Bit of a shorter one tonight, in the sense of the pre-show music. Also, boom, here I am. Good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world, and tonight, as outlined, we're going back to Mechanicus. Let me just launch the game as we speak and let OBS actually capture it, so 1 second. There it is. Let's see if it's gonna capture properly. Looks like it did. Wonderful. And it's even centered this time, which is also great. Now, you rarely see this part of the startup screen because the game insists on starting in Russian whenever it launches. I have no idea why, it just does. Luckily, I can just order it right away to switch back to English, and we will be good to go. Momentarily, as it is. Now, hopefully we can do at least one more run before we take on Lord Ekropis. So let's consider what we have. And of course, cannot forget about the secret mission there. So first of all, once again, Phosphor Serpenta and Cognitive Canister. We may consider getting Phosphor Serpenta at some point, because it is just a costlier version of the, what was it, Phosphor Blaster, I believe it was called. Let's see here. Yes, Phosphor Blast Pistol. Which means Phosphor Serpenta is its advanced version, but we're only getting that once we get more upgrades to our cognition point. Next, Solar Atomizer, which is looking very appetizing. 5 cognition points to activate, and 3 augments, but should be very potent enough. Videx offers us Gauss Gamma Pistol and Omni Specs, or Final Cog Occultaris form and Skitari Vanguard upgrade. Capra will give us a scanner and a Sicarian Infiltrator upgrade, which is honestly useless. Quartermaster Row will give us Heavy Phosphor Blaster, as opposed to a regular Phosphor Blaster. 3 cognition points to activate, 2 to 4 energy damage, also reveals target statistics. Shoots multiple projectiles in a cone area. Same here, basically. 4 cognition points activation, shoots multiple projectiles in a cone area, reveal target statistics, 4 to 6 energy damage to targets in an area. On the Heretic front, we've got Spotlight and final upgrade for Skitari Ranger Alpha. And as for the secret mission, we've got Xenorite Mechadendrite and Energia Enhancer, which could be a decent thing to pursue if we consider all of our options. But I am, all things considered, leaning towards finally grabbing the Solar Atomizer. And after that, we can consider going after the Lord Astronomer. Or maybe we go after Lord Astronomer first, because that Eradication Ray is looking sweet. 7 to 9 energy damage to targets, but cognition cost reduced to 1 CP on Machine Spirit activation. And of course, troop deployment cost reduction. First of all, however, let's distribute our Blackstone. There's the Incendine Combustor, Power Field Generator, Cog Occultaris. Now, where was our... there it is, Mega Soricus. We can replace your Cognis Flamer with Incendine Combustor, which is a straight upgrade. Plasma Culverin will remain, because I'm fairly certain the Atomizer would be a direct upgrade for it. Let's just have a quick look. Maybe not a straight upgrade, because its machine spirit activation just deals more damage. 8 to 10 and plus 3 on machine spirit, while the one that we have on Manarius right now deals 6 to 8 energy damage, but also destroys energy armor on shot. And this will destroy even more energy and physical armor on machine spirit activation, which is not to be discounted lightly. Getting rid of enemy armor is always a good investment opportunity. Especially now that we're seeing enemies with more and more armor being thrown at us. Those that require either hard counters or just brute forcing by way of destroying their armor. But while we are at it, let's give you another Zenorite gear piece. I'm thinking Zenorite torso augment. And let's see, 3 HP and 1 energy armor, 4 HP and 1 physical armor, or just 5 HP. Honestly, I'd rather have a little bit of armor to compensate for that. And next up we've got critical knowledge. Gain plus 5% critical chance per missing HP. We'll continue threading the needle as it stands. May consider doing something with Leonardus in that regard as well, but we'll see how it goes. We'll need to at least give him something so that we can replace his Curatio Mechadendrite with a more potent one. So in that regard, what do we have? Master Refractor. Refractor field generators gain -1 cooldown and +2 field defense. Well, we don't have the refractors on you, right? We've only got Cog Occultaris and Power Field Generator. Refractors, we should go on someone else, honestly. Because it is something that you need to be sticking close to. So in that regard, I suppose we can at least give you Zealous Metals. And now we can replace your Curatio Mechadendrite. There we go. Auricus we've already went over. As for Jeremiah, what do we got? He is middle of the road as far as things are concerned. He's got the Phosphor Blast Pistol, Arc Scourge, and the fancy Power Axe. In that regard, I am thinking we can at least give him something a little better. Because Arc Scourge is a decent enough damage, but it's a decent enough weapon. It's starting to lag behind a little bit. So I am thinking in that case what we are going to do is we might replace it with something else, but then again it takes only 1 augment point to install, while everything else is starting to hit 2 or 3, as we can all see. So maybe we can still have him lug around this Arc Scourge, because it's a decent enough weapon, let's put it that. Now, where were we here? Auricus, maybe it's time to replace your Power Axe with that upgraded Omnissiah Axe. 4 to 6 versus 3 to 5. Immobilizes the target on Machine Spirit activation versus destroy 2 energy and physical armor on Machine Spirit activation. We'll decide later whether this is gonna be worth it. For now, though, I think it's time for us to go. The Lord Astronomer. The Skitari have located the sarcophagus of Lord Ekropis in his tomb. Prime Hermeticon Captrix requests a high-risk mission be sent to destroy Ekropis. As always, immortals, warriors, and most likely Varguards. If memory serves right. Naturally, everyone is coming 2 Skitari Rangers, Skitari Ranger Alpha, and Skitari Vanguard. I trust you with the upgrades because all of this is flying over my head. Not to worry. I'm confident in my chances. We're still gonna go with Litany of Life, Cant of the Craft, and Litany of the Electromancer. Maybe replace it with another one if we have a better option available, but let's double check. Next 4 attacks ignore armor. Next 2 attacks ignore armor. No, this looks like the best available option. Off we go. Auto-reporting routines added to Tech Priest internal cogitators. Intelligence on high-value targets critical. I hope we don't run into any high-value targets. Experience dictates whatever these Xenos are, they aren't likely to welcome our intrusion into their ruins. Yet we must be prepared for the eventuality. Hence my bringing Prime Hermeticon Captrix on this mission. If there are still Xenos life forms, their destruction will likely form principal objectives. Know the prey. Find the prey. Then the hunt commences. Skitari operations in the Tomb of Ekropis have confirmed high-value target location. They have found Ekropis. Confirm location of the sarcophagus of Ekropis. I return anticipation, but also concern at this news. The chance to bring Ekropis to battle is a valuable one, but one with great risk. Target profile indicates advanced combat capabilities and environmental advantage. Xenos weaponry and awakening protocol level unknown. As the Magi Pecunium describe it, high risk, high reward. My Skitari are holding a perimeter around the sarcophagus chamber, but they won't be able to do so for long. The awakening protocols are accelerating in the Tomb of Ekropis. Target consciousness probable. I have modified mission parameters accordingly. Facing Ekropis directly entails great risks, Abdomina, but I concur with the Prime Hermeticon's assessment. Destroying Lord Ekropis is worth the risk. Very well, Magus. If this works, it could make it seem the lives lost in the Tomb of Ekropis were not for nothing. Dispatch the coursers. Sharpen the spears. The hunt is on. It's gonna be a straight line in which he'll raise our awakening level to at least 3. But all in part to the upcoming battle. We are not welcome here. This is not our world. The lords of the Necrons own this world, and soon they will own all others. It is our duty to obey them. A rare direct communication from these Xenos. It is as disquieting as it is exciting. There may be much to learn, Magus, but take the greatest care. An insidious whisper worms its way through the noosphere, infecting the awareness of everyone connected to it. It appears as an incepted thought in the minds of everyone in the Tomb of Ekropis at once. Address the troops. Transmit words of admonition to the troops in the Tomb of Ekropis to remind them of their duty. In response to the thought invasion, the 408th Psalm of Righteous Hatred is uploaded into the comms units of all troops in the tomb. Though the cohort's effectiveness is temporarily reduced by the blanket transmission overloading their comm units, the Xenos intrusion is cancelled out. This chamber contains several empty sarcophagi, some of which seem to have malfunctioned and show signs of having exploded or caught fire during the awakening process. Any destroyed Necrons have teleported away, but there may still be intelligence to be gleaned from these damaged devices. Search. The cohort carefully checks the damaged sarcophagi for clues. They find a few damaged Necron components that did not teleport away with the rest of their parent construct. The cohort takes these for later examination. Now reaching Tomb Awakening level 1. Continuing on our journey. And here comes the first glyph chamber. What do we have in here, besides Necron level, Awakening level 2? I'm gonna go with the axe-looking one on the left. There we go. Initiative reduced. In our favor. The heretical galactic model of Ekropis. Take care, Magus. The chances of blasphemous content being present approach 100%. Reams of astronomical data flood the noosphere of the Tomb of Ekropis. The volume of information is huge, and would need the cogitators of the Caestus Metallicon to make sense of. Hey, now it's my turn to say I'm going to ban you off of my channel. But I'm gonna let this one slide for now. Let's try Corrupt for Vengeance. Attempt to corrupt the data with embedded data worms and information boxes in the hope it will destroy this blasphemy forever. The information assault in the noosphere fills the information realm with corrosive data and hostile info forms. The cohort is forced to shut down many of their augmentations to keep themselves from suffering the ill effects of so much dangerous data, but they take heart from the sensation of Ekropis' galactic vision being dismembered. No, the pun is not bad enough for me. I am just humoring you. You'll know when the pun is bad enough for me, don't you worry. Meanwhile, second glyph chamber. And I think for this one I'm gonna take the glyph on the right. That was a mistake. Should have gone with the one on the left yet again. And the final event room. And we're hitting level 3. What hatred the weak have for that which they do not know, for they know it was made by the strong. A synthesized voice echoes through the Tomb of Ekropis, transmitted directly through the comms unit of every trooper in the tomb. Just as I get a telegram notification. How appropriate. Contempt. Respond with curses and prayers transmitted at high volume through the tomb. It's time for our old man to yell at data clouds. The polemic against the irrational and heretical, as penned by fabricated General Mechanicus, is blasted through the tomb from every available transmission source. Its caustic words scorn the enemy for daring to flaunt its blasphemy in the face of true sons of Mars. The din is enough to waken the few Necrons who still slumber. Oh, gotta be hitting Awakening level 4. Let's see how bad it's gonna be. Extra Necrons in battle. Well, come one and all, we're gonna be sending you back to sleep. There it is, the sarcophagus of Ekropis. Looks like he sees himself as the center of the universe.
I told you. I warned you. This world is ours. This palace is ours. The two do not listen. The weak are ignorant, for they fear the knowledge of the strong.
Yeah, the weak should fear the strong, yada yada. Guess who you are going to be after we're done with you. Thrones of Mars, what was that?
You know what it is. You have always known. Did you think it would not come to this? You, whose existence is war, whose first terror is peace. Did you think you would destroy us without a fight?
Get off your high horse. Target awareness confirmed. Awakening complete. Code Venator in effect. Eliminate high-value target with extreme prejudice. Ahead lies a grand and ornate coffin, at the center of a clockwork armillary of stars and planets orbiting the sarcophagus. Seize the initiative. Don't wait for Ekropis to fully awaken. Open fire on the sarcophagus immediately. No? Beseech the Omnissiah. Use the few moments before Ekropis awakens to pray for deliverance and strength. Use the seconds before Ekropis awakening to set up a barricade to fight behind. No, seize the initiative. The cohort blasts the sarcophagus with every weapon they have. A component is ruptured and dangerous radiation pulses through the chamber, hitting the cohort with a debilitating dose. The effects of the radiation poisoning kick in just as the sarcophagus fully opens and Lord Ekropis emerges. Should have asked Omnissiah for help. But I believe we've got enough cognition power stored for at least 2 rounds to last us. After that, it's back to scavenging it on the battlefield. Or activating a couple of tricks up our sleeves too. There they are, Varguards. Shock, Odd, no data records in the slightest. Data fact. Normally small data files reach Necron form. Overwhelmingly excited statement. This is chance to insert plus name for Necron pattern directory. You knew about the Necrons before your research on this mission? Truth? Yes. I'm sure that in the scripture of the Talent Cog it states V09P3. Wary of those that wander. I fear is too close to heresy, Scaevola. So do you, random chatbot. Or rather, viewbot. Heresy it is not. My goal equals learn to my enemy to improve my assistance capabilities to mission. I agree. In learning the Xenos, we can better combat them. If we keep to our traditions, we might falter for lack of knowledge. We'll name new Xenos Joy. Name will be Vargard, Necron Vargard in Imperial Gothic. Kill Lord Ekropis. As per usual, Leonardus goes up front. Jeremiah on the side. Oriacus right behind Leonardus, and Manarius on the side here. And we can deploy at least one Skitarii Ranger to reveal any and all statistics. Can't quite reach them from this point, but I suppose we can at least get to over here. I think this will be worth it. I used to wait a couple of hours. Huh, you're right. I guess they're extra chatty tonight. Now tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you like? Long walks on the beach? I have a feeling you do. What else do we got? That'll be a bit of a waste to use, but then again, we do need to make some points back, and I'd rather grab the one farther away from us. Like that. All in all, I invite you to come a little closer. There it is. That's how we can grab that cognition point right back up. I think this is gonna be worth it, especially if we manage to kill that Vargard in the process. This might be a bit of an overkill, but cognition freedom. And Service Skull. Naturally, you've got the energy armor. But this is gonna be worth it. Heavy arc rifle. Heavy arc rifle. This won't kill you outright. Not if we pop the energy enhancer. You know what we might. If we're lucky, this will kill you. If not, you'll be heavily damaged enough. And almost got him. No, we actually got him. Nice. Very nice. Still gotta stay away for a little bit. Next, Leonardus, I'm gonna need you to sprint around, or maybe just go and say hello to Ekropis with your wonderful, wonderful cognition mechanism, right? We do need cognition after all. Yep, like that. Stand still. It won't hurt a bit. I can assure you on that. You, however, will have no such honor. Even though it's only 8 damage, I will get you on the next turn. While we're at it, might as well buff our support priest a little bit. Next, Ranger. You've got a clear shot on Ekropis. 40 HP, 5 physical armor. This will be some damage. But there we go. Swap around. And only 1 damage to that Varguard. But we did damage him good. And just so that you don't get any funny ideas, have a disabling shot. And he once again swaps around. But hey, a shot is a shot, especially if it connects. I suppose we can just walk you up a little closer and let them come to us. And come to us they will in a second. But we'll need to deal with you. Update your maps, old man. One damage. 3 physical armor being put to good use. You gonna shoot? No, you won't. Now give me that cognition. I think it's time to deploy that Skitarii Vanguard right over here. Next we stand over here. And we shoot you with a phosphor blast pistol. Or I suppose we gotta first walk up to you a little more. And now we can shoot you both with the Arc Scourge. Wiggle your way out of this one. And wiggle his way out of this one he did. On the bright side, 1 less Varguard to deal with. Again, wiggle you out of this one, you won't. And while we're at it, first, give me your cognition. And secondly, no, not gonna hit you just yet. So, you stand right there. Here comes the Necron Warrior. He's gonna shoot. No, because he's too far away. We, however, are going to shoot with this heavy arc rifle right here so that we can put that Varguard back to sleep. Or rather, not let him wake up, and that was a beautiful crit. I imagine that one had only physical armor. Wonderful. These are the moments which I live for. Yep, 2 for 1. Always a good enough mathematics in my books. Now, Manarius is gonna stay right there. Leonardus, meanwhile, is going to... Oh, first of all, pop the power field generator. And then he'll attempt to go say hello to Ekropis. If it's not gonna work, we'll at least be rid of that Varguard. There we go, 14 damage and -3 armor. We're gonna get you soon enough, dog. Soon enough. Especially if we do it like so. Moving on up, we'll let them come to us, but first... not yet, I suppose. Now this will be a bit of a waste, I suppose. And it's gonna be worth it. Just this tiny bit of damage. Newest flash, asshole. Red giants already exist. Or rather, red dwarfs. Another warrior, another warrior. Pathetic. Same goes for your damage, by the way. But thank you for the cognition. I will send you back to where you belong. First of all, though, are you far enough away to shoot? Yep, that you are. Therefore, pop rapid fire and send it back where it belongs. One shot. Second, two shot. I suppose they got physical armor on them, which we're gonna be dealing with soon enough. Give me that. Fascinating indeed. Do we allow that one to... Or rather, do we allow another Skitarii Ranger or a Ranger Alpha? No one just yet. Let's hold on to these cognition points. I will, however, see to it that you're blasted properly. I know the sun can dance. You won't scare me. A chance to do all more damage to you is good enough for me. Because we are putting you into the dirt soon enough. 3 damage? 1 damage. Or rather, 3 before. It was 3 before the armor applied. Yeah, no cognition freedom, because right now the only one... Back then the only weapon he used that required cognition was the Power Axe, and that one used a pittance of 1 cognition. Which means it wasn't gonna be worth it. We're gonna delay our turn over here, let that one come up. Now give me some more cognition back, thank you. Anyone else looking to boogie? No? In that case, hopefully, next time, we'll get you. See? 1 off lethal, that's what I'm talking about. Just 1 shot from this Skitarii Ranger, and you'll get officially promoted to a squad leader after all that. A round of applause for this brave Skitarii. The heavily armed warform of the Lord Astronomer collapses, spewing sparks and flames, its gauze coils ruptured. For a moment it seems raw data is bleeding from the stricken Necron. Images of a distant alien stars flicker through the noosphere, accompanied by millions of years of stellar migrations and galactic orbits. Then Ekropis is still and cold, and the Lord Astronomer of Silva Tenebris is destroyed. Targeted eliminated. The Skitarii report a reduction in the coordination of Necron units in the tomb already. A moral and strategic success, Prime Hermeticon. Self-congratulation is illogical. High-value targets remain. Nevertheless, Captrix, a blow has been struck against the Xenos. I have the capacity to grant myself a moment of celebration from my quarantined emotional vaults. Perhaps you would benefit from the same. No celebration. No pause. The hunt, never off, always on. She is all business. In the meantime, let me check as to what this achievement is going to be named. Celestial Cartography Catastrophe. Defeat Ekropis. And we get Canticle of the Iron Soul. The next attack will deal +8 damage. Oh, speaking of sips, I will need to pour myself some water in right now. So give me a second, I will be right back. Leaving you with these blessed hymns in the meantime. And I am back. Let's see if we've got any new missions available after that. I'm sure there will be. So let's see about it. There he is, Zaragon sector. Next up we've got Helop sector and Neftask sector. Anything new? Does not appear to be it. In that case, how about we go ahead and take on the heretics? Acts as the Ethereum Thalamus, where an individual can interface directly with a Caestus Metallican's machine spirit and narrow down the possible locations of Absolus Dabak-Yoth. Time to get the final upgrade for Skitarii Ranger Alpha. As usual, we're taking everyone available. And we'll finally be replacing Cant of the Craft with Canticle of the Iron Soul for true damage. Absolus Dabak-Yoth is on board. Our objective is their elimination. All other concerns are secondary. Every tech priest and Menaiel under my authority is searching for this arch-heretic Magus. None shall rest until they are found. It is not a question of working harder, Sub-Tribune. It is the way of the Omnissiah to always work smarter than our enemy. The Caestus Metallican is of such size and complexity that an individual can remain hidden indefinitely should they not wish to be found. We must be as cunning as our quarry. Calculating. Time to search Caestus Metallican for human-sized object, approximately 1.35 years solar standard. Seeking alternative solution. We ask the ship. I must access the Ethereum Thalamus to commune with the Caestus Metallican's machine spirit directly. The ship can tell us whether the arch-heretic may be hiding. Reports of Xenorite activity in the vicinity of Ethereum Thalamus, Magus. The traitors are trying to access the communing chamber. They know the machine spirit can help us close in on Epsilus. If we need proof of our reasoning is sound, here it is. Memory retrieval. Machine spirit not known for willingness to commune directly. Patience, forgiveness, sufferance equal negative. I shall deal with the vagaries of the machine spirit. First, we must be able to reach it. The Xenorite heretics are attempting to breach the Ethereum Thalamus chamber. Their numbers are few and they are having little success in their attempts, but reinforcements must be on their way. Eliminate the Xenorites while they're still vulnerable and alone. A creditable choice, Magus. As it is written, the only good one is a dead one. Let us hope we have not tipped our hand. Noosphere monitoring indication equal chatter, alert, alarm increase. Conclusion, our hand is tipped. Well, we know they're coming, and they know they're coming. So we'll just skip the preludes. The cohort needs a plan of attack before they enter the Ethereum Thalamus. Position a cohort in the center of the battle zone. Position a cohort to cover the entrances to the Ethereum Thalamus. Position a cohort around the Ethereum Thalamus. Heretic reinforcements are closing in, Magus. Position to cover the doors. We will shoot them down as they enter. One of the heretics was killed while scouting the Ethereum Thalamus and their corpses still lying near the entrance. It could provide valuable intelligence, but recovering it could alert the enemy. Still, I think it should be worth it. Recover the body and attempt to acquire data from its internal cogitators. Analysis complete. Actionable data acquired. Critical path analysis. Quarantine data for later exploitation. Your speed of action is not always to our benefit, Tech Acquisitor. We were fortunate this time. Oh, we got us a third grade Curatio Mechadendrite. Very nice indeed. Hopefully it won't come down to having to use it, but you never know with how Leonardus is zooming around. Now, how many do we need to kill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, there's one source of cognition points. There's got to be another one. Yep, there it is. No third one? No third one, it seems. Leonardus goes here, Jeremiah here, Monarius here, Oriacus here. We are good to go. And they are already greeting us by running towards us. That of course means we're going to take some damage from them because... Oh, look at that. Siphoning all available knowledge. You know we can do that too, right? We can do it a little better than you. 3 physical, 1 energy. But for now they're invulnerable due to their own version of Occultaris. We just need for them to reveal themselves. Now, Leonardus, get as close to the source of cognition as you can. Might as well give some physical armor to our support priest for a nice balanced 2-2. Same here. Let them come. And a little bit of cognition for us. Now, you wouldn't be opposed to a little bit of probing now, would you? Of course you won't be, but not yet, seeing as you are still untouchable. Fine, in that case we're just going to grab some cognition from here and lie in wait. I'll even take the opportunity strike, or rather would take the opportunity strike, but that would leave Manarius a little underexposed, considering he is our ranged attacker, so we'll stay right here. Here they come, brandishing Xenorite weaponry. Not gonna be deploying anyone just yet. They're practically leaping over themselves to get to us. So how about we move at least over here, I suppose. This may hurt. 5 damage and acid. Yeah, we're gonna need to heal ourselves up after that. But thank you for revealing yourself. This will get messy. Now, Leonardus, grab all those cognition points, because you can. And grab some more of those off that heretic. 3 energy armor, it seems. Well, good thing we are dealing with a physical... We're dealing with physical damage here, which means... Down you go. A little bit more blackstone. And we'll let that one come to us. Once again. Oriacus, in the meantime, can stay where he is. We'll let him take some pot shots at that cogitator. Maybe it'll do something, maybe it won't. Who knows? Here comes the strike. Another 5 damage and acid applied. Unfortunate. And dodge 100% target attacks with some more acid applied, courtesy of Xenorite Mechadendrite. Oriacus got his work cut out for him. We'll need to get rid of that acid. And I'd rather do it sooner rather than later. Yes, I suppose we can do it like that. A little bit of cognition back. Reduction in Necron Awakening for whatever good it does to us. And now let's execute Protocol Fire and Flank. Here, some free damage for you. See, he didn't mind. He's a good Xenorite, he knows what's good for him. Or rather, he doesn't. That's why he's a Xenorite, after all. Nice dodge. Very nice dodge. Anyone else got hurt? Looks like it. Leonardus definitely did, and I'm thinking Manarius too. Time to deploy our Ranger and Ranger Alpha. They've earned it. Or rather, we earned enough points for that. Meanwhile, the reinforcements continue filtering in. We'll be able to deal with them. Hey, stop stealing my cognition, you bloody magpie. They won't listen. They never do. But heal yourself up. Anything else we can throw their way? Not at this moment, because Cognition Freedom is still on the charge, or rather on cooldown. We'll let them come to us, because they seem to be more intent on going this way. So how many? 1, 2, 3 of them. That's 4 and 5, 6 naturally. So we'll stay right here for now. Here's the acid. Now heal yourself up some more. Very good. Now, I believe you'll be able to take this one down. Oh, but of course the dodge chance. I forgot about that one, so I suppose let's go say hello to the other one. Another proc of acid? No. In that case, we are just going to get rid of acid from this one. Now we can move in a little closer. First, a shot from Gamma Pistol. And then I suppose we can also apply... No, not Incendiary Combustor, we don't have too much firepower for that. So we'll stay right here for now. Now, Galvanic Rifle, go. Very good damage, very good. I am extremely proud of you all. And the disabling shot here. Next, dodge from our end. Here comes another Tech Priest. The heretics are still trying to get to us, but they will not succeed. Got him down. Wonderful. Let's start moving towards that one. Do I want to stay here? I think I do. Even though it's just 2 Tech Priests, that's still gonna be worth it. Yep, right here. Jeremiah is, of course, our major beatstick. While we're at it, might as well... Or maybe not yet. Another shot. 8 damage critical. Very good. A little closer, please. And now I'm thinking we can deploy the second Skitari Ranger. No, not here. Over here. Good, good. Fix yourself up and take a position over here. Or let's not be too hasty. Over here will be nice too. And what we will do is we're going to reveal your stats. 2 physical, 1 energy. Nothing too impressive. Now, Give me your cognition points. Thank you. Now I believe we'll be able to deal with you in a second. First, however, let me quickly grab some more blackstone from this console. And now we can put you to rest, even if it means burning one more cognition point. Still, sayonara. Very nice crit, I tell you what. Uh-huh, about what I expected. Alright, what can you do in this case? No. We can get a little closer to them. And how much was that? 1 physical, 2 energy. And where were you? Further down the line, so we don't know what else do you have. Can't shoot you, can't shoot you. Take a position over here. Yeah, 2 energy, 1... or they're 2 physical, 1 energy. And let them come closer. Now I finally grab those 3 cognition points there. And we begin our steady advance towards the heretics there. Come to us. Uh-huh. How much? Another 5 damage. Ooh. And of course he's gonna dodge any and all incoming attacks from there. We're gonna need to remove that acid soon enough. Meanwhile, Ranger will continue advancing alongside Mechanicus. Or, excuse me, Jeremiah. I always get the two confused. Mechanicus is the ranged beatstick. Jeremiah is our master of all. And now we can deploy the Skitari Vanguard. Some more brutal damage, which we're going to need to fix soon enough. Then he's going to dodge, and now he's applying this the Zenerite Mechadendrite, as expected. He shoots. Oh no! Leonardus finally goes down. A tragedy for all. Let's see where was the last save, because I do not want to be losing the mission just yet. Was it at the start? I'm guessing it was at the start, most likely. But just to confirm that. Well, not exactly at the start, but far enough into it. And this time, let's be a little bit more cautious. Okay? Okay. Because the Zenerite axes are certainly no joke. Not from this angle. Gotta be careful. Could have summoned his brothers. Maybe. Oh, forgot to pop the power fuel generator. That one comes later. For now, though, cleansing and ointments. Then we first step up here. Shoot with a gamma pistol. And now, head on. Apply directly to the forehead. This is gonna hurt. Ah, Raphaelus, Donatellos, and Michael. Of course, I should have thought of that one. Ooh. I am definitely gonna need to heal him ASAP. But this will require a bit more complex song and dance routine. One we should be able to deal with. Shoot, bandage, then pillage. The dancing steps of war. Fixing himself up. And moving a little closer. Damage absorbed, good. Who are we gonna deploy? Both of our Skitari Rangers. Yeah, there we go. First of all, heal yourself up. Second, grab all of that cognition. And third, can reach you with a plasma culverin? No, we cannot. We would need to stand over here. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do just that. You mess with a bull, you get the horns. Can't remove that acid just yet, but I will heal you up. Just a tiny bit. I also can start moving towards that console, but once again, gotta be careful in here. Don't overextend. And let's heal up with this Curatio Claw. Should be good. It is good. Let them come. We are as ready as we can be. Jeremiah will take up position here. Alongside this Skitari Ranger. Too far for either of them, so just stay right here. Not gonna be deploying anyone else for now. Yep, grab more of those cognition points. And start inching over there to be prepared to deal with those. Now, here is how we're going to do this. We're going to, first of all, get over here. Be careful about those. Grab the Blackstone. Grab Cognition, because it also comes from these Cogitators. And now we're gonna go back here. And let them come to us yet again. Like that. Then heal him up with this Curatio Claw. And stand over there, plus we can shoot a little bit at the console with a Gamma Pistol. That's why you always have a free-to-use weapon on hand whenever you can. Now, you Ranger, can you shoot any one of them with a disabling shot? You cannot, which means you are shifting your position to over here and letting them come closer. Meanwhile, we finally grab these 3 cognition points uninterrupted. And we continue our inexorable advance to the best of our abilities. But something tells me we still need to be cautious. Here they come. Out of range, out of range. Stay right here. And now I'm thinking we deploy the Skitari Vanguard over here. Yep, come a little closer. A little closer. Not too close, please. And stop stealing my cognition, I'm gonna need it later. Anarius, how would you like to be able to shoot them with your heavier stuff? Pop Cognition Freedom. And use your Plasma Culverin to cut down that one. About what I expected. But it's gonna be worth it. Now, Leonardus, can you hit any one of them? I don't believe you can. So just stay over here. Yeah, you cannot harm any one of them just yet. We know that this one is hurting, and we will be dealing with them in a matter of moments. So for that one, I'm thinking we get to here, and we apply Incendine Combustor from this angle. Now, sorry about that, Leonardus. It's gonna hurt. But we'll heal you right back up, considering we've dealt with one of them. Now, how about a nice disabling shot? We cannot do that, unfortunately. But we can at least stand over here. And let them come to us. Another shot. Oh, you're gonna need to back away. Don't want to lose you, in all honesty. This one's gonna hurt. So apologies in advance. Yep, acid applied. Ah, finally, can shoot you. In that case, rapid fire. And kill that son of a bitch. One more. Down it goes. Like a sack of potatoes. Now we're just gonna need to survive 3 rounds. That should be easy enough. In theory, at least. What can you say about yourself? You know what, for this one, I'm even gonna bring out overcharged cognition. So consider yourself privileged in that regard. Even though the Arc Scourge did not roll very high on that one. But I still got enough of things to throw your way. Now whenever you decide to move away, I'm gonna be waiting. And just because I can, give me some more of your cognition. I expect a return in my investments. Good damage. Very good damage. And disabling shot so that he does not get any funny ideas. Skitarii Ranger Alpha. No, I think we are fine as is. Then again, Furloff. Yep, he heals himself, tries to move away. No, uses Xenarite Mechadendrite. Now he tries to move away and dies. And we get our cognition back. Wonderful. Yep, heal yourself up. Now the least you can do is heal up that Vanguard. Omnisci knows he deserves it. And it's time to set up a kill box from this angle, because they will be coming up. Now, Leonardus, don't burn yourself out just yet. We will be healing you up at a later time, but first, I am going to need you to see if you can grab any more cognition from here. You absolutely can. So we'll let you stay right here. Same with Oriacus, we just need you in the right position where you can order all of the troops to fire. Meanwhile, can we remove any debuffs? Yeah, we're definitely removing them from Jeremiah over there. That is prudent. Skitari Ranger takes up position here. Weapon gets smacked in the face for piddly 1 damage. But the rest is as good as done. I know this won't do much, but you still gotta put your soul into it. Like that. Very good. I'm extremely proud of you, Skitari Ranger Alpha. And if I can, I will make sure that you receive your due after this battle. We should be able to kill you with this one. We absolutely did. Can you heal yourself up, by the way? I forgot. No. No, you did not. Might as well get in there and grab some more blackstone while we are at it. Can you strike it from this angle? No. I guess you don't want to get this cogitator destroyed. Fair enough. I suppose we can continue our advance to here. And the last remaining Zenerite Tech Priest is over there. No, 2 of them, actually. We'll let them come a little closer. And I think by this point we can smack down this console. A little bit less Necron Awakening, even if it translates to something. I hope it does. Nothing yet. Just one more round to survive, and that would be all. And after that, it's in the bag. There we go. Barring that hiccup at the start, it went smoothly. The heretics are held off in the cohort's effort to secure the Ethereum Thalamus. Magus Faustinius is able to access the arcane machinery and commune directly with the machine spirit of the Caestus Metallicum. The experience is unique. It would be overwhelming were I unable to quarantine my emotions of wonderment and exhilaration. I can perceive the information architecture of the entire ship. Wonderment equal irrelevant. Query. Heretic location? The ship's machine spirit is angered at being roused. It is ancient and opinionated. Yet I believe I am getting through. It is initiating a full scan of the ship's sensors and communications. Make haste, Magus. The heretics will not allow us to question the machine spirit at our leisure. My reports suggest they're mobilizing to move on to the Ethereum Thalamus again. Just a few moments more. There is no sign of Epsilon's Damaquioth on the ship's sensors. Disappointment equal yes. Surprise equal no. But there is something else. A lacuna. A blind spot in the ship's sensor net. The heretics have created a place where even the Caestus Metallica itself cannot watch. It is deep in the engine decks. A lair for the arch-heretic. Query. Conclusions, Magus? We have found them. And we will be dealing with them in due time. Prayer of Titanium, +9 energy armor for 1 round. Suffer 300 energy attacks. Yep, there it is. Blind spot. It'll give us heavy grav cannon. Single target ranged attack. Upon hitting target, turns into a circle area attack that passes through units and walls. 5 to 7 energy damage to targets in an area. Interesting. And final upgrade to Skitarii Ranger. Stretching as we speak. There he is, Epsilon's Damaquioth. For anything else, there's MasterCard. I'm guessing Scanner works as an alternative to a cognition mechanism, right? But it extracts data from, or rather cognition from the distance, as opposed to up close and personal. Maybe we can stick it to someone else. But for now, if we were given a new tech priest, that would be most delightful. For now, though, Solar Atomizer looks appetizing. But I cannot say the same about Heavy Phosphor Blaster. What else? Phosphor Serpenta, Cognitive Canister, Gauss Gamma Pistol, Omnispecs, which should be an upgrade of the one we got. No, don't think so. Well, I suppose we go to Neftusk Sector. Lector Dogmatis' plan to destroy the tomb complex requires more energy readings from the tomb of Neftusk. Escort a sensor servitor into the tomb and accomplish this. Cog Occultaris, upgrade to Skitarii Vanguard. Who are we facing? Canoptech Spider, Triarch Praetorian, Necron Immortal, Necron Destroyer, and Canoptech Acanthrite. All very nasty enemies. We must confirm my theories about the power usage of the Tomb of Neftusk if we are to make Xenocide a possibility. Malkadorian Insight 17.4. First comes knowledge of destruction, then its execution. Not an inviting task, but I concur, one that must be accomplished. What is your plan? Take a sensor servitor into the tomb and to take more detailed energy readings. A suitable example is held within the Caestus Metallican's inventory. Expect heavy resistance if you're journeying this far into the Tomb of Neftusk. Amaranthine versus 7812. No task that is easy is ever worthwhile. Be that as it may, it will be challenging to get the servitor there intact. My Skitarii are barely holding the perimeter of our foothold in the tomb as it is. It is time to see if this hunch of yours is correct, Videx. A tech priest does not have hunches, Subdomina. He immerses himself in the vast knowledge of that is the Omnissiah's gift, and takes whatever course of action is revealed thereby, no matter how onerous it may be. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be nice and easy in theory. Activating data log. Canoptech Spider. Data loaded. Per Sire, data loaded from Rezak's records. New data arriving. We're aware, Reditus. No need for confirmation. Personal recording. Play. Subject captured. Source of origin unknown. This creature is created of the same material that makes up the tomb walls. A form of living metal that I'm still unable to diagnose the molecular properties due to its ever-shifting state. Scanner destroy these two consoles. We're on the other side of them and get plenty of cognition together. So, Immortal, Spider, a turret, Acanthrite, Destroyer, Triarch Praetorian, another Immortal, and we'll need to break through all of that. That turret is not giving me any good approaches, it seems, because it is, well, on a turret, which means it can shoot at us from this angle. Yes, no one have not cracked a Windex joke just yet, because it is not in the cards. Okay, so let's do it this way. Jeremiah here, Leonardus here, Manarius here, Oriacus here. Maybe even here. There they are. They will shoot at us if we appear in their field of view. Like that. And we'll let them come to us. Speaking of coming to us, three. What is the spider going to do? He's gonna apply some energy armor onto himself. If I still had my stomach, I would be regurgitating bile. Affirmative. This is a vile development with his Xenos form. Purity purified with flames, for this is the wish of the Omnissiah. And it deploys some Carabtech scarabs as well. Lovely. I think we can say hello to this Immortal. Full suite, even. Power field generator. And the power axe. One more move and you're dead. Especially with crits like these. Here comes that nastiness that is Acanthrite. Damage absorbed, but acid applied. I will deal with you in due time. This is gonna hurt. 6 damage. Yep, another big-ass spider needed a very big pen. Thank God it's autism, which means all of the bugs are going to hell where they belong. Physical armor on the destroyer, how very unfortunate for him. No, heavy arc rifle. This'll do decent damage. 7. Could have been better. Could have been much better. Should have maybe popped the energy enhancer too. But we'll deal with that in due time. Deploy Skitarii Rangers. another shot from the destroyer. We are going to deal with you in a second, don't you worry. Especially that we've got the tools at our disposal ready, so... Oh, before I forget, Energy Enhancer, and then Heavy Arc Rifle. And you're as good as dead. Mechanicus will see to it that you rest in peace. Or rather, rest in pieces. Also, before we forget, cleanse the acid and some distant prayers on you too. And while we're at it, let's boost this Skitarii Ranger. Here comes Scarabs. What's your deal? 1 physical, 4 energy. Well, this means Jeremiah will have to get in up close and personal. In the meantime, though, can we shoot at you from this far away? I think we can. So, get in here, disable shot. 10 HP, 6 energy armor. And take a step back. Also, cannot forget about grabbing the cognition points. Say hello to my little friend. Almost got you. I'd like to see you fly away now. Oh, actually no. I don't think you'll be flying away soon. Heh heh. Worked out perfectly. As for these Canoptech Scarabs, not a challenge. Well, time to send Acanthite to the grave where it belongs. Fix yourself up a little. And now let's go say hello to the Canoptech Spider. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, hopefully. We've got 4 physical armor. It's good enough against the likes of him. Our energy armor against those immortals, on the other hand, is suffering a little bit. But now we just gotta break on through to the other side, which is easier said than done, but not impossible. I'll take this exchange. And if we were to stand over here, yeah, we will be able to cover you. Then again, we don't have cognition freedom just yet, so stay right here. Aurigus, in the meantime, could start applying some damage onto the turret. Let's start with the Gamma Pistol. and leave it at that. Just so that Spider does not get any funny ideas, we can also start getting rid of the turret from this side. Like that. We take a shot at the turret. We move up a little. We take another shot with the Arc Scourge. That gets rid of the turret. Even applies some damage through the energy armor. But now we move in for the kill with this here power axe. And it does not leave a corpse behind, just like the Acanthrite. Interesting. Meanwhile, Skitarii Ranger will need to move into position. Disable shot on the Immortal. 21 health and 2 energy armor. He's a big one. And continue applying damage onto the turret. Well, good for us that Skitarii Ranger Alpha has been deployed to this location, so he can apply some decent damage to the Immortal. And just so that you don't get any funny ideas about hurting our boy over there. You gotta start dealing with those, especially a rollback on the Tombs Awake level. That sweet, sweet Blackstone. Roll back. Can we apply the Cognition Mechanism right from here? We absolutely can. And we'll let it simmer for now. Vanguard, in the meantime, will apply damage from here. Rapid fire once. And twice. And the turret is no more. Where do you think you're going? Oh, this will be fun. Cognition Freedom. And Plasma Culverin. I can't quite get to the other console, so I suppose we'll just blast him. I believe Mechanicus will be able to also weigh in on this. But first let's do something funny. Command fire. And you go to bed. Forever. Take another shot at the console. This almost gets it. And the Ranger Alpha finishes it off. And And there we have it. What was the next task? Kill them all? Kill them all. Or no, wait. We gotta escape. I suppose we can. Even if it's a little unorthodox, but hey. I see priority target. Do you see it? Indeed we do. So let's go say hello and goodbye. Because I hate Triarch Praetorians, and you should too. Tit for tat. Tit for tat. Especially if we can go the distance. And if you can go the distance, you can go the mile, or however that one went. I honestly cannot remember. Oh, let's apply some damage. Hopefully it was good damage. We'll find out in a bit. That, I have to admit, is also good damage. Good damage all around, from us and from those immortals. They sure know how to fight. I'll give them that. Now give me my cognition back, thank you. Another shot. Please still be alive. You are still alive. Wonderful. I spoke too soon! Because once again I've fallen to my hubris. It's rewind time. Only there is no Will Smith around to make it a little bit more bearable. There's Jeremiah. There's Leonardus. Let's reorient the map a little bit. And if we were to apply a heavy arc rifle from this angle, it would hit everyone. So yes, Plasma Culverin is the way to go. So we'll stay right here. Next, where was I? Right. Oriacus. Apply your Gamma Pistol. And command fire. Oh, that'd be a bit of an overkill, so let's stay how it is. We're gonna need you over here. And you can stand right here and do the damage from your Phosphor Blast Pistol. That should be more than enough. We're gonna need to fix you up soon. Finish it off. Now, here they come once again. Triarch Praetorian and 3 Immortals and 2 Triarch Praetorians. The cards have shifted a little bit. We are, however, still in possession of some major damage, as they say. Especially with those crits around. Up he goes. And he's gonna deal some damage with his pistol. Oh, I'm slightly disappointed that it came to this, so once again, at least this time, he's killed right away. Let's see what we get out of this one. Don't forget, distant prayers. And then, do we need to patch up anyone else besides Leonardus? No, it does not look like it. So I suppose in this case you can just move into position over here to try and deal with whatever comes next. Same with the Skitarii Ranger. Let them come. We should be able to destroy this one with one strike. In theory. And you did. Very good. Kudos to you. Now let's see if this time I got everything right. We've got Immortals on this side. And a Triarch Praetorian here. Bearable so far. Next we deal with Triarch Praetorian. Before it decides to get any funny ideas. Power X to the face and say goodnight to your armor. As well as your existence. Over here. Take a shot. First one. 4 damage. Second one. 5. Oh, 8. Very bad. That's bad. But we can still climb out of this one. We can still do this. We absolutely can, will, and should. Or there can, should, and will. Okay, commanders, this one is gonna be a bit tight. But I have a good feeling about this one. I'm sure we did some major damage to this one. We'll find out in a bit whether this was indeed the case. But first of all, heal yourself up. Next, hopefully finish this one off. Not quite. And hopefully this one will finish you off. Shoot that guy. Almost. Guess we gotta go in there and finish the job ourselves. This is about the level of done I was with these immortals. But take another shot, and we disable your ass so that you don't do anything hasty. And next, we advance. And now let's just leg it to the extraction point. This will be worth it. We don't know much about that, but that is precisely why you, Ranger, are going to shoot it. You also have energy armor. No, you didn't. But that was a very good crit. I'll give you that. I might even give you a promotion. Crits all around. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's go 3 for 1. We've dilly-dallied long enough around here. Everyone is here, or at least as much as anyone can be here. Tune up, sure, Leonardus. Now we just need to get Jeremiah in there, and we are done with this one. Can you shoot? I don't think you can, but I'm not taking chances with you, so sayonara, sucker! Research potential, plus research potential, if safe equal true, then acquire. A stricken Necron warrior lies half-emerged from its sarcophagus. Some form of malfunction has evidently caused its reanimation protocols to go awry. This is a rare opportunity to acquire a sample of a Necron war form, which usually teleport away upon deactivation. Let's go with report. Transmit the Necron remains location to nearby Skitarii units. Acquiring them is not the mission here, and other troops can complete this task. The Skitarii are informed and reach the remains shortly afterwards. However, they trip some form of alarm while trying to retrieve the remains, which self-destruct. They always do that. Next, our presence has been detected. Another fight, another night. Or, no, the other way around. Another night, another fight. Kill all enemies. A bit more straightforward, and we come prepared. What do we have? A shield generator, 2 turrets, destroyer, 2 immortals, Triarch Praetorian, Canoptech Spider, and Acanthrite. Plus a couple of consoles to bust around. And by a couple I mean only one. So, Leonardus goes here together with Oriacus. Jeremiah will need to be deployed here. Manarius goes here together with the Skitari Ranger Alpha to help hold off any and all melee attackers. We'll deploy one more Skitari Ranger together with Jeremiah. And that's good for a start. Yep. Boosting their armor already. Here comes the destroyer. It shoots, it scores. 4 damage. Next, Triarch Praetorian goes up and to Jeremiah. He's gonna attack Jeremiah? No, he's gonna attack our Skitari Ranger and almost kill him. Next, who we are going to deal with. First of all, we're going to be popping Cognition Freedom. And then we are going to be going here. If we're lucky, and with the application of Energy Enhancer here. Once we shoot the Canoptech Spider, we will be able to also deal with that shield generator, so brace for AoE, here it comes. And there goes the spider too. The shield, it looks like, still stands. Right? Oh, can't say for sure, but let me also grab some information on this immortal. Yeah, see? One for one. That is indeed a lot of damage. That is exactly why I love the heavy arc rifle. Now, we take another shot with a gamma pistol. Will this be enough? Not quite. First, though, don't forget to pop Distant Prayers on the Skitari. We don't want him expiring just yet. He will be needed. And boost the Ranger Alpha. Now we go a little up close and personal and introduce this immortal to our Power Axe. Which is still not enough, it seems. Tough crowd. Hey, remember me? Of course you do. Nice shot. And that's so you don't get any funny ideas. Pop back on behind cover. Get me some more cognition. Cognition freedom. Arc Scourge. And the Power Axe to finish it off. There we have it. And while we are at it, before this turn ends, like so. And then I'm gonna be taking this black stone for me. And maybe busting down the console, but not yet. Then again, damage is damage. We've also dealt with that Triarch Praetorian, but there is still time. Now, however, let's go say hello to the Acanthite. And go neener, you cannot hit me. No, really, try and stop me. I will absolutely be stopping this one. Just give me all of that cognition. Now I'm gonna bust you down with a nice crit. The next time you move will be your last. I'm even gonna be popping power field generators especially for you. So consider this a badge of honor. Like that. Yep, down goes Acanthite. Wonderful. Then comes the destroyer, which is not able to do much, but the turrets still fire. At least they cannot do much damage yet. They will pick up steam, if I recall correctly. But it's also a good thing that we cannot... that the shield generator cannot apply any more damage to... or there any more armor to the turrets. Otherwise, this would have been OP as hell. Now we busted down sexual style yet again. Maybe even line them up and take a shot with a plasma culverin. Or, hear me out, good old heavy arc rifle. And then we busted down sexual style. And before anyone forgets, especially me, send that Triarch Praetorian back to where it belongs. Not your best showing. You can do better than that. I will, however, take this. Roll back to my awakening level, thank you. I'm willing to spend cognition on this, because this should be worthwhile. Ah, fine. We'll do it like that. I'm gonna need to heal you up soon. Maybe. Or at least give you a Curatio Mechadendrite for that. We're done here. We are done here. Not with the mission just yet. We still have one more room to tend to. But it's gonna be worth it. This chamber is covered in open pipes and ductwork, exposing the industrial innards of the tomb of Neftask. It may be difficult for the servitor to traverse this terrain. Improvise a bridge from debris in the tomb for the servitor to use. Choose another route. It is worth the extra time to preserve the precious servitor. Let's go with that one. Searching for suitable debris is a time-consuming and noisy operation, but a walkway is built for the servitor to use. In addition, the search turns up caches of building materials and components that might be repurposed for the mission's use. Up next, First glyph chamber. Let's go with the axe. Less initiative for the Necrons, very good. Second glyph chamber. Back to Tomb Awakening level 1. And let's go with the bright red one. Ah, some more Awakening. Unfortunate. Should have guessed by the coloration that it's not a beneficial one. Now I'm thinking we go to this room. What do we have here? The chamber ahead contains several large metallic slabs on which are inscribed reams of Necron sigils. It is possible they contain some form of history about Neftusk and the building of the tomb structures in Silva Tenebris. They are too substantial for the cohort to carry with them. But we will record. Take picked captures and relay them to the Caestus Metallicans cogitators. The cohort spends as little time as possible taking picked grabs of the inscriptions. Though hurried and incomplete, they may provide valuable intelligence on Neftusk and the tomb complex. And into the last chamber we go. Final combat? Final combat. Again, scanner destroyed 2 consoles, and the layout is the same as last time. So here's how we're gonna do it. Jeremiah goes up front, Oriacus right behind him, Leonardus goes through the left one, and Manarius will provide fire support on the right one. We're also deploying this Skitarii Ranger, Skitarii Ranger Alpha, and the second Skitarii Ranger too, just because we can. Now, what can you tell me about this Triarch Praetorian? 1 physical, 5 energy. Engage strictly in melee then. Now, Oriacus, fix up Jeremiah. And get into position over here. Next, we take a pot shot with this Skitarii. Determine what we're facing off against. Physical armor, I see. And over here you go. In that case, this is where we break out our Arc Scourge once again. With Cognition Freedom, of course. 6 damage, not too bad. This is gonna hurt a little bit. But first, let's grab all the cognition we can. Oh, and of course, cannot forget about Sanctus Canister application. That's for all tech priests, because this is huge. And stay right there, so for now. Next we get Ranger Alpha into position here. Turret is not far away enough for it to do some damage. We can take some pot shots from this angle too. Next, Leonardus can start moving towards this immortal and tell us what he can see about it. Physical armor, okay. Cognition, Mechadendrite go. And then we deal with the Acanthrite. Come on. Good damage. And we just stay right there. And use the same trick once again. You move, you get the stick. Energy armor applied, I see how it is. We are going to beat you to death with hammers, or rather axes. He's gonna kill it. Yep, unfortunate. You move away, you die. Thank you for your cognition, by the way. Another move from the Necron, but first... 9 damage. And how much damage are you gonna do? 5. Okay. If the next move is gonna result in the death of Jeremiah once again, I'm going to be very disappointed. So in that case, Distraction Vanguard go! Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. More energy armor being applied. I see how it is with you. But let's start applying fire support in the form of dealing with that turret. Which means cognition freedom. And heavy arc rifle. This will deal a lot of damage and potentially kill all of both of those consoles, but then we either need to run or deal with reinforcements. Let's chance it. At least we got rid of the destroyer, which is very nice. Yep, we'll roll those back. Now, do we escape or do we fight? Some more Immortals and another Triarch Praetorian. Yep, we escape. In and out, 20-minute adventure, as they say. Still gonna need to deal with you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be buffing you. Take a pot shot. And we move away like so. Now we quickly grab that cognition. We're gonna need it. And now it's time we go hog wild. Because we do get overcharged cognition for this one. So there is no reason not to use it right away. And those Triarch Praetorians are definitely priority targets. So we do it like that. Wonderful. Now we actually remember that canticles exist. We pop Litany of Life on Jeremiah. And then we move into the vicinity of this one, just so that it does not get any funny ideas. It will, of course, but it will also get some damage in. We'll also get some damage in. We save overcharged cognition for next turn. A strike. We don't know how much damage we did there. It moves away. Fires. 5 damage. Bearable for now. Can we shoot you? We cannot. We can, however, shoot you here. 4 physical. That's why you're not going down just yet. Might as well disable you too. Let's see if we can do some good damage on this one. 3 physical. No, 3 is less than 4, so... almost got you. And now you're without armor. So we just stay right here and let you move. Gonna also heal ourselves up a little. Another shot. 4 damage, bearable. Those are starting to move up. You move away and you die. Almost, almost. Another shot. We just need to get over there, and we are as good as gone. Now, which Necron Immortal is moving next? This one. And we are getting out of here. Now, how about command fire on this immortal? Surely you will be able to do some decent damage. There we go. I'm immensely proud of you. The rest can stay over here and wait for their turn. Can you do some damage from this angle? You absolutely can. So let's not tarry further. And Leonardus, get in there so that we can get away from this miserable place. The sensor servitor finally reaches a location where the energy signatures from beneath the tomb are strong enough to be read. The servitor immediately begins creating an energy image of the structures under the tomb of Neftusk, detecting multiple major power sources. The servitor's results are reaching us with clarity and volume. They confirm what I suspected. The tomb complex's generators are beneath the tomb of Neftusk. Vast generatoria of Xenos design. The power readings are of extreme magnitude. If breached, they will release enough energy to obliterate the tomb valley. then your plan of genocide is still alive. Praise be, Magus, it is. Gathalamorians 941. When the final analysis is fully calculated, all equations balance against righteous annihilation. And there we have it. Nothing new so far, I imagine. Well, there it is. Torsion cannon. And another noise reductor. But I think we'll get to that one at another time, because it is getting somewhat late tonight. I am very proud of the progress we're making so far. We're practically blitzing through the game at this rate. But for now, let's save and call it a day, or rather a night. So once again, I would like to thank you all for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow evening.